Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's K-E-S-H-W-A-N-I, Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for GMAT. We have been solving GMAT math problems out of this book here, GMAT Review, the official guide, the 13th edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it. The problem that we are about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 180. Page 180, today is our lesson number 231, the very first problem in the second column, number 200. It says that we have a solution where the ratio by volume of soap to alcohol to water is 2 to 50 to 100. Soap to alcohol to water, the ratio is 2 to 50 to 100. We are told that we are going to alter the solution in such a manner that the ratio of soap to alcohol is to be doubled and the ratio of soap to water is to be halved. Question simply is, in the altered solution, if we were told that we have 100 cubic centimeter of alcohol, how much water must we have? That's all there is. Let's do it out. Now as you can see, it has two parts to it. It has two parts to it. That's exactly how we're going to treat it. We're going to do it in two parts. As I always remind you, you must divide and conquer. Don't try to do the entire bloody thing in one shot. It's not going to happen. It has two parts. We're going to treat it as such, as two parts. Let's do it. Part number one. So to start out with, the soap to alcohol is what we're looking at. To start out with, soap to alcohol is soap to 2 to 50. 2 to 50. We are told that we must double that ratio. So instead of 2 to 50, it's going to go to 4 to 50. That part is done. That's it. We're done with it. We're done with that part. Soap to water. To start out with, soap to water is 2 to 100. Soap to water is 2 to 100. We want that ratio, soap to water, to be halved. We want half as much soap. So instead of 2 to 100, we want 1 to 100. That part has also been achieved. We have halved the ratio of soap to water. Finally, we are told that in the final solution, we have 100 cubic centimeter of alcohol. Well, if we have 100 cubic centimeter of alcohol in the final solution, then that's what we must have. Instead of 50, we want 100 multiplied by 2, and we'll have 100 here. Multiply this by 2, we'll have multiply that by 2, and we'll have 8. Voila. Now we have 8 parts soap. If we have 8 parts soap, that's what we must have here also. 8 parts soap. But if we have 8 parts soap, and we want the ratio of 1 to 100, it should be 8 to 800. Voila. That's it. That's our final solution. Soap to alcohol to water, we have 8 to 100 to 800. And this final solution has fulfilled both the conditions. Soap to alcohol, before it was 2 to 50, which is same as 4 to 100. Now it is 8 to 100. It has been doubled. Soap to water, before soap to water was 2 to 800. 2 to 800 would have been same as 16 to 800. We have gone from 16 to 800 to, or rather, what are we looking here? Soap to water. 2 to 100. 2 to 100 is same as water we were looking at here. So 2 to 100 would have been same as 16 to 800. 2 to 100 here, to start right here, 2 to 100, where is it? Soap to water, right here. 2 to 100, this part, 2 to 100 is same as 16 to 800 if you want to multiply it by 8. We have gone from 16 to 800 to 8 to 800. It has been halved. There you go. Perhaps I explained too much. That's it, we're done with it. Let's do next one, shall we? Next problem, number 201. Number 201. We haven't answered the question yet. The question was, how much water do we have? The answer is 800. The answer is 800. Answer choice E. Number 201. Let's see what we have there. Oh, 201 has to do with the Venn diagram. Let's see what we can do here. It says we have 75 people, 75% who answered the first question correctly. We are further told that 55% of people answered the second question correctly. And we are told that 20% answered neither correctly. The question simply is, how many people answered both of the questions correctly? I leave the room now. How many people answered both of the questions correctly? Well, very first thing we notice is that we have 75 people. Speak in terms of 75 people. Pretend there are 100 people, okay? Forget the percentages. It serves no purpose. We have 75 people who answered number 1 correctly. And then we have 55 people who answered number 2 correctly. If we add them up, we get 0, 1, 8 plus 6, 130. 130, these are the people who answered both. And 20 people did not answer either of those questions correctly. If 20 people out of 100 did not answer either of them correctly, that's 80. In other words, this 130 here, these are 80 people who answered either 1 or 2 correctly. There are 80 people who answered either 1 or 2 correctly because of the fact that we are told that 20 answered neither of them correctly. That's 80. But this adds up to 130. Where is this missing 50 coming from? Where is this missing 50 coming from? That 50 are the people who are being double counted. Because those are the people who answered both of them correctly. Because these are the people who answered both correctly. And in the Venn diagram, we'll show it like this. Here is our question number 1, here is our question number 2. To start out with, we are told that 75 people answered number 1 correctly. We are told that 55 people answered number 2 correctly. And we are also told that 20 people did not answer either of them, which means 80 people answered either 1 or 2 correctly. But when we add them up, 75 and 55 adds up to 130. There's the difference of 50. That 50 are the people who are double counted because they answered both of the questions correctly. Therefore, these 50 people are counted when we count the number of people who answered question number 1 correctly, and then the same people are counted again when we count the number of people who answered number 2 correctly. So we have to go back and adjust this figure. We have 55 have already been counted, so the 50 have been already counted, so this 55 becomes 5, and this 75 is going to become 25. It's going to become 25. In other words, out of 80 people who answered either 1 or 2 correctly, 25 people answered only 1 correctly, 5 people answered question number 2, only question number 2 correctly, and 50 people answered question number 1 and 2 correctly. There you go. What I want to do now is to do one more problem very similar to it. And the problem that we're going to do is something that we have already done before. I want to redo it. And that is problem number 186, so that you can compare the two to see how similar they are. Turn to page number 178. Page number 178, and look at page number 186. In 186, that we were told that we had 30 applicants. Just like the question that we just finished, in which we had 100 people. Even though they did not say 100 people, they were speaking in terms of percent. But whenever they speak in terms of percent, just make up a number of 100. It's much easier to speak of people in terms of numbers as opposed to percentages. So here we had 30 applicants. We were told that 14 of them had experience. We were told that 18 had degrees. We were told that 4 of them had neither. They had 4 people had neither a college degree nor any work experience out of the 30 applicants. The question was, how many had both? You'll see the similarity in a second. So altogether, we have people with experience, people with degree. First of all, this 14 is going to go here, this 18 is going to go here, and then we add them up, 14 and 18, 14 and 18. It adds up to 32. It should add up to what figure? Should it add up to 30 because there are 30 applicants? No, it should not add up to 30. It should add up to 26 because 4 of them do not count because 4 of them have neither experience nor college degree. So if you subtract 26 from it, something has gone wrong here. I'm not sure if that was, maybe I'm going by my memory here. We'll find out in a second. 18, 14 and 18. That's 2, that's 12, carry 1, that is 32. And it is 26. So 32 minus 26 is going to be 6 people, which means 6 people have both. I don't recall an answer of 6. 186. Let's turn to page 186 instead of going by my memory. I don't recall an answer of... There is no 6 in there. I've done something wrong here. There are 30 applicants, 14 and 18, 14 and 18, and 3 had less than 4 years experience and does not have a degree. I'm sorry, this is 3. As I told you, my memory does tell me that the answer was not 6. That's 3, which means this should have been 27. So there are 27 people who had either the college degree or the experience or both, or one or the other, and that difference is 5 now, which means 5 people have been double counted. It goes right in the middle. As soon as you put the 5 in the middle, this 18 becomes 13, this 14 becomes 9. And now we have 9 people who have only experience, no college degree. We have 13 people who have the college degree but no experience. There are 5 people who had college degree and experience, and there are 3 people who had neither. The answer is 5. The answer is 5. As you can see, they are very similar. You're going to typically see a question like this, at least one question like this on the exam. And that's all there is. I will see you tomorrow, okay? Bye now.